I'm trying to win the Premier League with every single team. 20 clubs for the next 20 days. Previously, we took Liverpool to another Premier League title, and today I will be taking over Aston Villa in hopes of winning them their first ever Premier League title since it was called the Premier League. And if you take a look at this Aston Villa team, they're definitely in the right path of winning that Premier League. And with 100 million in the transfer budget, surely we can make this team into a Premier League winning team. Well, it's not gonna be so simple. There are only 3 rules I must follow with every club. I absolutely cannot change any of the team's tactics. And because Aston Villa do have a 4-2-3-1, we have to rely on a great striker to score a lot of goals to win us the Prem, but I'm not sure if Ollie Watkins is the right man. Rule number 2 is I can only make one unrealistic signing. So for example, if we wanted to bring in Kylian Mbappe to Villa Park, I'm not going to, by the way. We are allowed to do that once per team. And lastly, the final rule is every other transfer in and out has to be realistic. So for example, Aston Villa need a better center mid, and maybe Ederson is the guy we can sign, and I think that's pretty realistic. Not only do I think it's realistic, but he also fits in the transfer rule, which I will reveal after I sign him. Maybe you can guess what it is. So for 40 million plus Josh McGinn, we are bringing in Ederson from Atalanta because the transfer rule is we can only sign players who have won European trophies. Because Aston Villa are trying to become a big European club once again, those are the only players we can sign. However, it's not that simple. Because Aston Villa are sitting in a Europa League place in real life, this season we can only sign players who have won the Europa League and the Conference League, not the Champions League. And as happy as I am that Ederson is in the starting 11, I know he is not safe. Every time I fail to win the league, no matter what club I'm managing, I will be forced to spin a wheel filled with my first 11, and whoever it lands on, I will have to release from the team, and I cannot re-sign them. So yeah, we have a huge chance that we don't win the Premier League. That means we have a huge chance of losing one of our starters. So now with 61 million left to spend, let's kickstart this journey of winning Villa the first ever Premier League. As I take a look at this Aston Villa squad, it's not too bad, but we definitely need some replacements. The striker position is probably the only position we're set, as we have Ollie Watkins and Daniel Marlin. I want to go ahead and give them a chance to see if they can do the job for us. Morgan Rogers definitely does need a backup. We do not have a backup center attacking midfielder, or we can sign somebody better, but at this point, I want Morgan Rogers to be the starter. Ealing Jr. will not be replaced because he has a lot of potential. I think we definitely need a better right mid though. If we want Ealing Jr. to start at his low overall, we need an even better player on the right hand side to kind of balance it out. However, before I sign anybody, here are the players we are going to sell. And just remember, because of realism, if someone like Real Madrid or Barcelona come in for Morgan Rogers, we have to sell them because Morgan Rogers is not rejecting an offer like that. I will also be investing in the youth academy, sending them to England. And I'll keep you guys updated on the youth prospects at the end of every season. And as we were selling players, we have gotten an offer we had to accept. Real Madrid have come in for Emiliano Martinez. And it gets even worse. Our star boy Morgan Rogers has to leave. There's no chance. We have to sell him. Would never say no to Man City. And let's at least try to get 90 million for Morgan Rogers. This is the guy I wanted to use, man. And it doesn't stop there. We're losing another player in Paul Torres. This is not a great start, fam. And this is all the players we have sold. And as you guys know, Emiliano Martinez had to leave, Morgan Rogers had to leave, and Paul Torres. We have a huge rebuild to do in just this transfer window alone. And remember, we can't sign players at the level of Emi Martinez because we can only sign players that have won the Europa League or the Conference League. But at least we have 300 million to spend. Let's see who we're gonna get. So for the first signing we are making for 23.5 million, this was the best replacement we could have gotten, and it's David De Gea from Fiorentina. He won the Europa League with Manchester United. To be honest, he might only be good for 1 or 2 seasons, so I hope we can find a young goalkeeper or get one from the youth academy that has won the Europa League or Conference League, because we're gonna need some desperately. And for 65 million, we have signed the Morgan Rogers replacement. It is an upgrade, but he isn't the wonder kid that we once had in Morgan Rogers. We have signed Ademola Lookman for 65 million, 85 overall, but instead of playing up top, we're gonna play him in a reserved cam position. I hope he can do the job. And to replace Paul Torres for 35 million, we are signing Roger Ibanez, who won the Conference League with AS Roma, I do believe. At least that's what it says on Transfer Market. He is now playing in Saudi. I hope he can do a great job in replacing Paul Torres. And this is what the squad is looking like so far. With just the replacements we had to make, we still need to sign a right mid. We still need to sign a right back. We still need backups. We're in for a long transfer window. And for 61 million, I have gone ahead and signed a new right mid in Yeremy Pino, 82 overall, a slight improvement on Leon Bailey, but he is years younger and he can easily grow into one of the world's best players. And now the next signing is very controversial. He was at RB Leipzig. I am signing Antoine Griezmann to sit on the bench or maybe even start wherever he wants in the team, because for 28 million plus Emiliano Buendia, where he can play left mid, right mid, cam, and striker, there is no chance I was passing this up. Obviously, he won the Europa League with Atletico. And for our very last signing, I have made a controversial decision, and that decision was for 17.5 million plus Daniel Mali to sign Philip Jorgensen, one of the only young goalkeepers we can get at the moment, because there isn't a lot of young goalkeepers who won the Europa League or Conference League. And I know Daniel Mali just signed for the club, but we have Watkins and we have Griezmann and even Lookman who can play up top. I think we'll be fine without Marlon. This is what the final squad is looking like. I think it's a very solid squad. I feel like we haven't improved as much, but the bench has definitely improved. But let's see if they can win the Premier League in the first season. And we have reached the end of the season with one game left, and I'm just curious, is there a chance we are competing for the title or sitting in first place? Because we do have an incredible team. Okay, we're definitely in the top 10. That is good. As long as we didn't finish below top 6, we should be fine. And we are in the top 6. Where do we finish in the top 6? We're in the top 4, please. There's no chance, right? There's no chance we did it first time of asking, right? We're not in 4th place. We're not in 3rd place. Oh my god, boys. Did we do it? We're sitting in 2nd, and it's only by 2 points. Oh, this is the opportunity of a lifetime to win it in the first season. We're playing Newcastle City or playing Bournemouth. There is a very low chance that City lose their game to Bournemouth, but crazier things have happened in the Premier League. Can we go ahead and win this game and secure the 3 points and hope that City have lost their game? And no, we drew 3-3, so no matter what happens in the City game, we're not Prem champs. But 2nd place in the first season is incredible. And as City win the Premier League, the player of the season goes to Antoine Griezmann. By the way, I forgot to mention, I think it's obvious that Griezmann was my one unrealistic signing. But in the team of the season, we got Griezmann, we got Ederson in that team. But also, it seems like Griezmann was a starting striker as he won the Golden Boot. And just take a look at this squad. It's looking absolutely incredible. I think the defense could use work, but other than that, this team is growing amazingly. Even Jorgensen on the bench went up at least a +2, meaning he'll be ready anytime soon we need him to step up. And here are the stats for the season. 37 and 18 for Antoine Griezmann. What a season. 18 and 2 for Ademola Lookman. 12 and 8 for Ederson. Even Ollie Watkins got 11 and 17. That is an incredible record from Ollie. 9 and 10, 6 and 6, and 4 and 8. This squad is incredible. But as you guys know, it's time to spin the wheel and lose possibly one of our world-class players. But the wheel has been spun. Who are we gonna lose for free this season? And we're losing our captain, Ezri Konsa. Even though we have better players than this man, getting center backs is actually very difficult, especially younger center backs. But we are losing our captain, who went up a +2 as he leaves the side, and we literally only have Mings and Ibanez as center backs. That's just how you know there isn't many options. But we got some pretty decent talents here in the youth academy. Theodore Welch, Jay Richards, Jesse Morgan, 2 center backs, Joshua Brown, and Mason Partridge. I really hope we can end up using these youth academy players, because sometimes we just don't get to. And make sure to watch the entire series, because we're gonna find out who is the best Premier League team. And we have arrived in season number 2, and because we finished in the Champions League spot, meaning we can now sign players who have won the Champions League as well. Before we sell any players, there are very little players we can lose to big clubs. Now that we finished in 2nd place, let's just see if we lose anybody though. And boys, it's only gotten worse this season. Yuri Tielemans has joined City, Kamara has joined Arsenal, Ian Maatsen has joined Chelsea, and our starting keeper and David De Gea has joined City. Our team is just getting picked apart season by season. Yes, we do have 400 million to spend. We already needed to upgrade our team, and now we have to upgrade it even more. Now we need a new CDM, a new left back, another center back. I think Jorgensen, I'm gonna keep him on goal. I'm gonna trust in him this season. We still need a right back, and we couldn't find anybody last season. We are in huge trouble. Hopefully we have enough money for everybody. And the first signing we are making for 19 million is an ex-Champions League and Europa League winner, and Lucas Hernandez, who won it for both Madrid clubs. I think he's a decent replacement, because like I mentioned before, there isn't a lot of young defenders who have won European trophies. And for 35 million plus Matty Cash, we have signed an ex-UCL winner who was at Dortmund in Reece James, who of course won it with Chelsea, and I believe he also has a Europa League to his name. I think this is the perfect right back to lead us to eventual Premier League win. And for only 18 million, we have signed somebody who was on 12 months on his contract in Marcus Llorente for the CDM position. 83 overall. I know he is 32, but there wasn't many starting options for the CDM/center mid position. And up next, we are signing a Europa League winner in Scalvini for 72.5 million from Atalanta. He is only an 80 overall, but he has a huge potential, and it could easily become our starting center back very soon. And for 20 million, we are signing a brand new left back in Pervis Estupinian, only 80 overall, 28 years old. I can't seem to find a lot of young or really good options. A lot of the players that have won European trophies in the past 5 years are all now like over the age of 30. So I hope this is a good signing. And now this is a squad we have for season number 2. We actually didn't spend like even 100 million, I think, on signing. So that is good, but that's also very bad because most of the expensive players we could have bought in are attackers, while the defenders are mainly the problem. But let's see how they do in their second season. Maybe we can finish in second once again. We're in the second to last game of the season. I just want to double check. Maybe we're fighting for the league title again, but there's no way, right? Our team definitely did go down the drain because of everyone we sold. We are in the top 10. I'm just hoping we're in the top 4 still. And yes, we are. We're in the top 4. The question is, where in the top 4 did we finish? We finished above 4th place. We're in the top 2 again. Do we have a chance to win the Prem? We're in second. Yes, by a point. Once again, we're fighting for the league title on the last day of the season. And we have scored 10 more goals around, more than league leaders Arsenal. Arsenal play Everton and we play Fulham. Surely this time around, we have to win and hope that Arsenal drop points. Come on, this has to be the time. Let's at least not lose the game. Let's not be bottle jobs. And the game is going to end in a 5-0 victory. We have gotten the 3 points. Did Everton at least cause a draw? All right, the question is, did we win the Premier League title? And no, Arsenal have won their game against Everton, fam. At least player of the season back-to-back is Antoine Griezmann. He really is shining here at Villa. Team of the season, we got Griezmann, we got Edison, we got Scalvini, and we got Jorgensen, the keeper, as he was also the keeper of the tournament. But it doesn't stop there because Griezmann once again won the Golden Boot. And this is what the squad is looking like. I didn't even know Jorgensen had that much potential. 87, no wonder why we did so well in the Prem again. 44 goals and 14. Literally a carry job for Griezmann. Ademola Lookman, 12 goals. 10 goals for Ollie Watkins in 16 games is actually ridiculous. 9 and 13 for Edison. Jacob Ramsey with 8 and 3. Our team didn't do as well as last year, but Griezmann with an insane carry job has gotten us to second again. But it's time to lose a player, and at this point, even though he's 36, I don't want to lose Griezmann. All right, it's time to spin the wheel. Who are we losing this season? Please don't be anybody good. Ealing Jr. He is a youngster, but he is probably our worst player in terms of rating. I guess he's leaving. It's always a sad day when you lose a prospect like Ealing Jr. However, we might already have Ealing Jr.'s replacement, Louis Berry, who we sent out on loan, and his potential has grown. It probably is the loan glitch, but he is an 82 overall. He is obviously a striker. He can also play left mid. Maybe we don't need to sign anybody because there probably isn't too many options. But here are the youth prospects we have in our academy: Sebastian Hancock, Leon Proctor, Reese Holmes, Billy Foster, Caleb Wall, and Edward Collier. A lot of youth talents, and I may have forgotten to put development plans at the beginning of the season. But if you guys have enjoyed this video so far, make sure you subscribe. We're so close to 200k subscribers. So now in season number 3, I'm not gonna lie, I am very happy with the squad. Other than our left back and our CDM, I think this is a squad that could win as a Premier League. I mean, we've already seen Griezmann putting the whole team on his back. He could possibly do it for one more season. But before we sign anybody, as per usual, let's see. We have to sell. And luckily, we did not get any offers from some huge clubs. So for 369 million, it's time to upgrade the side if we even can. And for 45 million, we have made our first signing. This guy was at Los Lille, but obviously he's won the UCL with Real Madrid. In Fran Garcia, now at an 82 overall. He's a slight increase. Purvis and Stupinian. Like I said, there just isn't many options. And this next signing is controversial. For 112 million, we are signing Declan Rice, but he was not at Arsenal. He was at Bayer Leverkusen for some reason. If he was at Arsenal, I would have not signed him, but we are probably signing the best CDM in the game. That is the other position we need help in, and I think with these 2 new signings, we're winning the Premier League. And so this is what the squad is looking like for season number 3. Louis Berry position change actually got him up a +2 on my days. I think this is the year. I think this is the year we win the Prem. But let's just see how they do. We have reached the end of season 3 with 1 game left to go. Let's just see if we're competing for the league title again. We're obviously going to be in the top 6, hopefully. And yes, we are. Are we in the top 4? Yes. Are we in the top 2? And oh my days, we are. Is it going to be close though? Are we in second fighting for the league, or we just already won the league title? And we're sitting in first by 2 points, meaning that our game against United and City's game against Nottingham is very important. The question is, can we pull it off? Wait a minute. Man United are sitting in 18th. That's crazy. But that means we should get the easy victory here. No Ademola Lookman. Our captain will not be playing in this game. we should be easily beating Man United, and it's a 1-0 victory. We have done it. We've won the Premier League. And we have won Villa their first Premier League since it's been changed to Premier League. As the player of the season this time was Isaac. And then the team of the season, we actually had a nobody. How do we win it this season out of all seasons? And this is what the final squad is looking like. It looks like Griezmann kind of run out of gas and didn't get top goal scorer this year. But I don't even think this team is good enough to win the Prem. But we have done it. We've overperformed these past 3 seasons. And Ollie Watkins was our top goal scorer. 25 goals for him. 16 and 19 for Declan Rice. 16 and 3 for Griezmann. And here are the rest of the stats. To be honest, nobody was really too impressive. I just think we got lucky. And because Villa won the Premier League with 82 points, they sit in 6th place behind Brighton. But we have won Aston Villa their first Premier League. Who's next? And if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to click on the screen to find out how we won the Premier League with Liverpool.